What is going on, my beautiful people? Another day, another opportunity to put the work in until it works out. As you can see from the description, we have a first run review, and I'm excited about these. We finally copped the Dynafish. These were on the hit list, and we finally were able to get a pair. I was iffy about the size, so I did get a size 12. I'm normally a size 13. There's a lot of mixed reviews in regards to sizing, so I'm hopeful that I picked the right size. I haven't tried them on yet, so we'll see. Today we have a 6 to 8 mile run and with some pickups, so we'll be able to put these babies through the paces. I'm excited about it. I've heard a lot of good things about the Dynafish. A lot of big channels have shouted these out. They've had nothing but good things to say, so we are going to talk about it. We're going to do the first run review. I'm just going to give you guys the overview of how I feel about the shoe. Then we're going to sit down and go through the specs and talk about the aesthetics, the midsole, the upper, the sole, and who the shoe is for. Also some of the competition. But just off rip, the shoes look good. They look very stylish, very put together. They smell that fresh new shoe smell that I am addicted to. It's like smelling a Sharpie. But yeah, they look good. Looks like they're breathable. They got the perforated upper. So you got the micro holes in there. Nice knitted upper, or mesh upper. But yeah, I don't know too much about these shoes. I just know that they are the quote unquote Evo SL killers. So I'm excited to see if that is even the case. So yeah, enough yapping. Let's get these babies on and see what they're talking about.
Southside flip, big blaze, wood strip, candy coated mothership. Long trip, we in the club, body rocking for show. All my hoes on the floor.
So far, they're just not really as special as everybody says, but I'm only half a mile in, or a mile and a half in. So we'll see once we get halfway. But I feel like these are no different than the Evo SL currently. So we'll see in a little bit. But look at this view. Phenomenal. Beautiful. All right, so this shoe definitely loves to be pushed. Definitely loves the harder paces. I feel the shoe comes alive when I'm digging in it. When I'm running my faster paces, the shoe likes to hum. I think for the slower stuff, it's a little bit brutal, and I don't know if it's because it's a new shoe. I don't know if it's because maybe I got the wrong size. Maybe the foam hasn't broken in, or maybe it's just a stiffer shoe for slower paces. I definitely feel the benefit, and I definitely understand the hype when I'm running at a faster pace. But I don't want to always have to be zone 3 running in order to get the benefits of a foam. So again, I don't know if that's because I haven't broken them in or if that's just the design of the shoe. I didn't really watch too many reviews. I just saw that everybody was buying these, and so I decided to try them. 3 miles into it, and I'm like, for this price, for this hype, how I feel right now, I'd much rather just get the Evo SLs. One of the benefits of this shoe is that rocker geometry. The rocker geometry is very nice. I feel it underfoot, especially near my heel. I love the toe-off feel of this shoe. It's a very nice, firm compression, but very nice instant rebound, especially if you're going your faster paces. It compresses slightly, but then it rebounds very fast. And so it gives you that nice pop off of the ground that we love, and we enjoy so much. Some of the other Chinese shoes insert Red Hair Ultra 9. You don't need to be running your faster paces in order to feel that. But obviously different shoe, different market, different workouts. But so far, it's meh for me. We're gonna keep running. We got 3 more miles to do. We're gonna do some more pickups, some more strides, and we're gonna see what we can get out of this baby. Rest in peace, Dan. If you guys didn't know, Dan was a great supporter of the channel. Him and Mario were the OGs. They comment, always giving feedback, always giving a perspective. Dan passed away a few weeks ago, and I didn't realize it until I saw it on Facebook. I was wondering why he was so quiet, but then I got on Facebook and I realized that he had passed away. And so, rest in peace, Dan. You will be missed. You are appreciated, and I know you're in a better place now. A moment of silence for my guy Dan. All right, let's get after it. One thing about this is the grip is insane. Strides now. So let's see what these babies are hitting for. All right, now I can feel it. Definitely coming alive. Solid, 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 solid. Super reactive. As soon as you put down some force, springs. Love that. But I gotta be running faster for that, but we'll see on the next one. Alrighty then. All right, folks, we're back. 6 miles done, dusted, and we got some explaining to do. The Dynafish, which is the internet's darling, and it changes every few months, but current internet darling, Dynafish. I did not see the hype in these first run. But before I start being negative, let's talk about the things that I thoroughly enjoyed about these shoes. One, and this is just before we get into technical. I'm about to go shower, get some coffee. We're going to sit down and we're going to do the technical specs of the Dynafish, but this is just my first impressions, my first run review, and so off the dome. Don't know much about the shoe. What I love about the shoe is how dialed the upper is. The upper is perfect. I wear a size 13, these are a size 12. Maybe that's probably why I didn't like them as much, but they fit phenomenally. And I don't have an opinion yet on whether or not you should go true to size or size down until I try a 13. So once I try a 13, I will let you know whether to go true to size or whether to size down. But I sized down to to a 12 and they fit phenomenally. I only did 6 miles today. That was about 50 minutes of work. What happens when we're in there for 90 minutes, right? So how does your shoe feel for much longer than that? 50 minutes, it felt perfect. It's perforated, so there's micro holes throughout the entire upper, which makes it very breathable. As you can see, I am drenched, and that's only for 50 minutes of work. The Florida heat is no joke. It takes years off of your life, which is why I had to transition my workout plans from running 6 days a week to running 5 days a week and 2 days on the bike, because it's insane how hot it is. I commend anybody who can run in this heat. For me, I don't do too well in the heat, which is why I have to reduce my mileage as well as the frequency of runs in the summertime in order to survive. But these survived first run, and they did phenomenally, because typically with most shoes, as the sweat drips down my leg into my sock, you probably heard Teddy breathing. He's literally under my legs. Look at him. That's how you gonna do me, daddy? That's how you gonna do me? All I wanna do is play fetch. I'm trying to do a run review real quick, babe. Most shoes, the issue with running in the summer is they become sweat boxes, sponges. The sweat drips down my leg into my sock, and my shoe soaks it all up. And before you know it, I have 2 water bags I'm running under. With these, first 50 minutes, didn't have to worry about that at all. And the fit, the lockdown is phenomenal. Obviously, you have a slightly padded heel collar, but it's very comfortable. The grip on these, plush. Ran in grass, ran in dirt, ran in morning dew, just grip tight. Honestly, phenomenal job. Also, one of the things I immediately noticed about this particular shoe is that the midsole is firm. Firmer than my preference. This reminds me a lot like the Azura from Saucony. Nice wide forefoot. It's skinny in the heel, but it widens as you get to the forefoot. Obviously the Azura is wide throughout the entire shoe, but the underfoot feel reminds me a lot like the Azura. One thing that I don't understand is how they said this particular shoe is an Evo killer, because the underfoot feel on the Evo, that Light Strike Pro, is just almost that Goldilocks firm. It's almost that Goldilocks feeling that I love. And what I mean by Goldilocks, in my perspective, that's the Vomero Plus, that is the Red Hair Ultra 9, and then I would say once the Evo SL is slightly broken in, that is the same feeling that I get underfoot with the Evo SL. It's that nice compression and rebound, almost to the point where it feels like you're running on trampolines. I don't know if I have to break these in order to get that feeling, but so far I'm gonna call these whatever, and I don't get the hype. But again, this is only my first run review. Maybe I have to run in these before my mind changes. That's that. Let's go get some coffee, go get some food, cool down, and then we'll do the technical breakdown. Come here. Sit. Go get it. Good boy. We're back with the technical review of the Dynafish. As you guys saw from the previous clips, we went out on a 6-mile run and our first run review of these buttes, and I gave a few first impressions. So if you're new around here, how I like to go through my shoe reviews is I like to talk about the aesthetics, the upper, the midsole, the sole, and who this shoe is for. Capiche? Capiche. Alrighty then. So aesthetically, it's a white on white shoe. You can't go wrong with it. I would rock these casually in just shorts. These do give me the same Evo SL vibe in regards to comfort walking around. And aesthetically, it's a white on white shoe. The geometry of the shoe does look nice. So I would rock this casually. The upper is perforated, extremely lightweight. It's roomy in the toe box. This is a size 12. I normally wear a size 13. I'm going to buy a size 13 before I tell you whether or not to go true size. I don't know if the size 12 is the best fit for me, only because I did not like the ride on my first run review, so I'm going to blame it on the shoe size. But in regards to the room in the toe box, this size 12 fit very well. It almost fit true to size, but given the fact that this is a size 12, I am not going to make my final decision on that. Upper does have minimal padding. As you can see, the hero collar is padded, but it's very minimal. You do have a gusseted tongue, and the tongue is also padded. Long, stringy laces, and the upper, like I mentioned, is ventilated, so you do have some breathability. Kudos to Dynafish for that, especially for a runner who lives in Florida. I need a shoe that is lightweight and breathable, especially in this humid condition. Moving on to the midsole. The midsole is where the money is made. This is a $130 shoe that I got off of the Dynafish official website. They were the only place in town that had a size 12. You got 41 millimeters in the heel, 34 millimeters in the forefoot, giving you a 7 millimeter drop. This is a supercritical TPE supercritical TPE foam. It is not plated, so don't worry about a plate inside. I do agree with the sentiment out there in regards to energy return. As soon as you put down the pace and you run in these, the energy return is phenomenal. You can just feel your foot pop right off the ground. It is lightweight, just disappears underfoot. Outsole, phenomenal traction. Outsole is a 10 out of 10. It's good in the morning dew, which I ran in. It's good in the sand, it's good in the dirt, it's good in the grass. Every single condition that I ran in today, this shoe performed exceptionally well. Light gravel, this thing just stuck and gripped and did its thing. I can see this shoe performing extremely well no matter the condition. I would say anything and everything but snow, this shoe performs well. Now, I've only been on a 6 mile run. Tomorrow we have another 6 to 8, but this weekend I will definitely take the shoe on a long run from 10 to 12 to 14 miles. I'll let you know my verdict there. But this shoe, so far, it's I really don't understand the sentiment around this shoe being groundbreaking. I think it is best in class because it's $130 and it offers so much from my perspective. I believe you can run your tempo runs, your threshold runs in these, but as a tried and true daily trainer, I don't know. I haven't put enough miles into it, but just off rip, I don't think that this shoe is capable. But I do see why people love this shoe so much. In my opinion, if you don't have access to this shoe, you're better off getting the Evo SL because I think they are neck and neck. Now, again, I've only put 6 miles in this shoe, so I'm literally just making assumptions based off of my first run review. So once we hit 50 to 100 miles in this particular shoe, I will have all my facts in order to give you the best verdict for the Dynafish. But as it stands right now, I don't think it lives up to the hype that I've been hearing on the internet. That is just my 2 cents, because for me, the Red Hair Ultra 9, banger. Vomero Plus, banger. Mag Max, Mega Blast, banger. And those for me, just those 3 shoes that I named, in my opinion, is like the Goldilocks foam that I'm looking for. But anyways, that is my 2 cents for today. I'll get with you guys in a little bit. Enjoy your day. Deuces.